The blade came down with terrible precision, and Marcus threw himself forward without thinking. Steel bit into his shoulder instead of the princess's neck, and he felt warmth spread across his chest as he collapsed to the marble floor. Through blurring vision, he saw Princess Lyra's violet eyes widen in shock, her delicate blue hands reaching for him even as her guards finally subdued the assassin. That was the third time in as many weeks. Marcus had been nothing special back on Earth, just a maintenance technician on a deep space transport when the wormhole anomaly pulled his ship into uncharted space. The Velkari Empire found him drifting in a broken shuttle, more curious about the strange bipedal creature than concerned. They brought him to their crystal capital world, studied him, and eventually assigned him to the palace staff when their tests proved he was harmless. He was supposed to polish floors and repair atmospheric regulators. Instead, he had become Princess Lyra's shadow. It started small. A stumble on slick steps that he caught before she fell. A falling decoration he pulled her away from. Then came the first real attempt on her life, poison in her evening drink, and Marcus had recognized the scent from a chemical leak on his old ship. He knocked the cup away just in time. The princess had looked at him differently after that, with something between gratitude and fascination. Now, as attendants rushed to stop his bleeding, Marcus watched the princess argue with her guards. Her voice carried that musical quality her species possessed, but urgency made it sharp. She was demanding they take him to the healing chambers immediately. The wound was deep, but not fatal. The Velkari medical technology sealed his flesh within hours, leaving only a pale scar among the collection he had accumulated. Marcus sat on the edge of the healing pod, counting them silently. 12 visible scars now. Several broken bones healed. 1 near death from toxic gas. 2 concussions. All in 6 months. "You cannot keep doing this," Princess Lyra said from the doorway. Marcus looked up. She stood alone, having dismissed her ever-present guards. Her skin held that faint bioluminescence her people showed in dim light, soft blue patterns tracing down her arms. "Doing what, Your Highness?" "Dying for me." She stepped closer, and he caught that scent like rain and electricity that seemed unique to her. Each time you throw yourself in harm's way, you come closer to not surviving. That's kind of the point of protection. You are not my guard. No. Marcus stood slowly, testing his shoulder. But your actual guards keep failing. The words hung between them. It was dangerous territory. The palace guard was composed of elite warriors, proud and capable. But there was rot somewhere in their ranks. That much was obvious. Someone wanted the princess dead, and they had access and opportunity. Princess Lyra's face showed conflict. Her species did not emote the same way humans did, but Marcus had learned to read the subtle shift of her features, the way her luminescence dimmed with distress. "The Queen summons you," she said quietly. "Tomorrow at dawn. Do not be late." She left before he could respond. Marcus spent the night unable to sleep. An audience with Queen Vara was rare and dangerous. The monarch of the Velkari Empire controlled 17 star systems and commanded fleets that made human military forces look like toys. She was ancient by human standards, powerful beyond measure, and notoriously unpredictable. And she knew a human had been taking assassination attempts meant for her daughter. The throne room stretched vast and cold, all crystal pillars and floating lights. Marcus walked alone across polished stone, acutely aware of the dozen guards watching from alcoves. At the far end, elevated on a platform of pure diamond, sat Queen Vara. She was stunning and terrifying in equal measure. Taller than her daughter, with luminescence that pulsed gold instead of blue. Her crown seemed carved from starlight itself, and her eyes held that predatory intelligence that came from centuries of rule. Marcus knelt at the prescribed distance, head bowed. "Look at me, human." He raised his eyes. The queen studied him with unnerving focus, her expression unreadable. Minutes passed in silence. "You are unremarkable," she finally said. "Small, weak. Your lifespan is barely a fraction of ours. Your technology is primitive. Your culture is fragmented. Yet my daughter lives because of you." Marcus said nothing. There was no safe response. "Do you know how many attempts have been made on Lyra's life in the past year?" "3 that I stopped, Your Majesty. 17 total." The queen descended from her throne, each step deliberate. "You stopped 3. My elite guards stopped 11. 3 succeeded in reaching her, and you intercepted all 3. The guard that has trained for decades, equipped with the finest weapons and armor, has a lower success rate than one primitive human with nothing but reflexes and stubbornness." She stopped directly in front of him. "Why? I pay attention," Marcus said carefully. "And I have nothing to lose. Nothing to lose." The queen's laugh was like ice cracking. "You lose pieces of yourself with every attempt. Flesh, bone, blood. My healers tell me you should be dead twice over from accumulated trauma. Humans are stubborn about dying." "Indeed." Queen Vara circled him slowly. "My daughter has become attached to you. She speaks of your courage, your loyalty. She argues with her advisors about your value. Do you know what that means?" Marcus felt his throat tighten. "No, Your Majesty. It means you have become a political problem." The queen stopped in front of him again. "There are factions in my court that see any attachment between royalty and an alien as weakness. Others see opportunity to create scandal. And someone among them wants my daughter dead badly enough to orchestrate repeated attempts on her life." She leaned down, her golden eyes filling his vision. "I am going to solve both problems at once." Marcus's heart hammered. This was it, a moment where his usefulness ended and his existence became inconvenient. He had known it would come eventually. "You will become my daughter's official protector," Queen Vara said. "Not a guard, not a servant. A bonded shield, sworn to her life above all else. It is an ancient position, rarely granted, and it will give you legal authority and protection under imperial law." Marcus blinked. "Your Majesty? You have proven more effective than warriors trained for decades. You have loyalty that cannot be bought or compromised. And you have something my people seem to have lost." Her expression softened almost imperceptibly. "You have the courage to act without hesitation when death comes calling. I don't understand. My guards think too much. They calculate risk and follow protocol. By the time they decide to move, the danger has passed or succeeded. You simply move." The queen straightened. "That is the difference between you and them. That is why my daughter lives." She turned away, returning to her throne. "There is a ceremony. You will swear oaths that bind you magically to Lyra's well-being. You will feel her distress. You will know when danger approaches her. In return, you will be granted extended life to match your duty. You will be trained in our combat arts. You will have resources and authority second only to royalty itself." Marcus tried to process it all. "And if I refuse? Then you will be returned to your people when we locate them, without gratitude and generous compensation." Queen Vara settled onto her throne. "But my daughter will likely die within the year, and the conspiracy threatening the empire will continue unchecked. It was not really a choice. I accept, Your Majesty." "Good." The queen's luminescence brightened. "One more thing, human. This position historically has been filled by chosen partners. Champions. Those bound to royalty by more than mere duty. Do you understand what I am offering you?" The implications crashed down on Marcus like a wave. "I'm not worthy of that," he managed. "Worth is proven through action, not birth." Queen Vara's smile was sharp. You have thrown yourself into death's path repeatedly for someone who is nothing to you. You have asked for nothing in return. You have shown more honor than nobles born to it. My daughter could do far worse than a human with the heart of a warrior. I'm just a maintenance tech who got lost in space. And I was just the third daughter of a minor house before I took the throne through merit and will. The queen's eyes gleamed. We are what we prove ourselves to be, not what we were born as. She gestured dismissal. The ceremony is in 3 days. My advisors will prepare you. Serve my daughter well, Marcus of Earth. Prove that humanity breeds more than just stubborn fools. Marcus bowed and retreated, his mind racing. 3 days later, he knelt in the ancient chamber while priests bound him in light and words of power. He felt something fundamental change inside him, a connection forming like a thread between his heart and another. When he looked up, Princess Lyra stood before him in ceremonial armor, her hand extended. He took it and rose. "My shield," she said softly, the formal words carrying weight. "My shadow. My champion." "My princess," Marcus replied, feeling the truth of it settle into his bones. "My duty, my honor." Outside the chamber, he knew enemies waited and schemes continued. But for the first time since arriving in this strange corner of space, Marcus felt like he was exactly where he belonged. A human among aliens, a warrior born from necessity, a shield forged through sacrifice. And he would take every strike meant for her, for as long as breath remained.